Hey there. Today we're going to talk about a pretty fascinating pen, and I already know that this pen is not for everyone, but I saw it on eBay and I was torn between thinking this is extremely gaudy and this is really cool. So I decided to get it, and it wasn't that expensive. It's a pen from China and I love it. So today we're going to talk about a pen. It came with this nice leather pouch, which actually seems to be real leather. I don't think this is imitation leather. I do think it's a very thin layer of leather, so it's not going to be forever, this pouch, but it's pretty cool. It's actually a 2-pen pouch, so that's quite nice. There is no divider or anything, so you'll have to just slide your pens in and they will bang together, but whatever. You can always, it's nice for your pens that they bang together. The pen. There's a pen from 2010. 2010 in China, it's a Chinese pen. 2010 was the year of the tiger, according to Chinese, what do you call that, astrology stuff. And so this is the tiger pen made by Jinhao to commemorate the year 2010. And it's just too awesome. Look at this. Alright. Just look at it. It's too weird. You've got this red stuff, you've got the overlay, which is actually a real overlay. It is not painted on there. This is real metal. And of course, it has the tiger. I'm not sure how I can see that. The head of the tiger is down below. We're staring into its eyes right now. Alright. I'm going to cover the parts of the pen, tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and I'll do a writing sample. Parts of the pen. Let's start on top of the pen. You have this sort of chrome dome, which is highly reflective, a little black band, and you get the clip. A lot of stuff that's on this pen I've seen before on Jinhao X750, so I think they took that model and somehow embellished it. I mean, this is the same clip you get on an X750. I think this may be the same dome you get on an X750. At the end, so you got all these, you got the overlay, the sort of mesh work. You've got a nice red, I'm assuming plastic thing, and then you got this metal over it, which is really, as you can see, it's really on top of it, which is quite cool. Then you get some more chrome and then a black band, and then it says 3000. I suppose they call this the Jinhao 3000. They all have numbers as model names. Here it says Jinhao, black band, more chrome, that beautiful, odd, gaudy tiger, and then at the end you have this nice, almost like a blind cap, the end of the barrel, and again some more black. So I think it's pretty balanced, and you got your chrome, black, red, chrome, black, chrome, red, chrome, black, red, which looks pretty cool. Cap slides off, one of those white inner cabs, doesn't really post. That's alright, I'll come back to that. You have the section, an X750 section, nothing too fancy, and you get a 2-tone nib, which I fairly enjoy. It's a big nib, number 6. You can probably swap it out with other number 6 nibs. It says 18 karat gold plating. Of course it does. It's what's a $10 pen, maybe $15, but not more than that. And it has what I call the Jinhao bug on there. I don't know what it is, but to me it looks like something between a trilobite or a bug. It's a strange thing on there. I don't really care what it is. It's a decent nib, writes pretty smoothly, fairly broadly, and pleasant to use. Shape of the section, a bit hourglass-like. It tapers, then it flares out a bit. You get this nice metal lip to keep the cap in place. That's pretty much all there's to it. You unscrew it. There's a little bit of a step down, but it's very minor. Don't worry about it too much. It came with a converter, which is just a standard slide-in converter, not a screw-in converter. The converter actually says Jinhao, so you cannot actually mistake this for any other brand. And well, that's all there's to it. I'm sure there is some Chinese writing on this, and I don't have a clue what it says. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't really mind. I'm assuming it has something to do with the tiger or good fortune or whatever. Cap the pen, and here you go. It's a big pen. It's a serious pen. Here we have a TWSBI Mini. It's big. It has some girth, and it is freaking heavy. Uninked, this pen weighs 60 grams, which may not sound like a whole lot, but the heaviest pens I own, including I think the Yard-Lead Retro Grande, which has a lot of sterling silver on it, which is quite heavy, just weighs 50 grams. So, I mean, with all this, I mean, the whole metal overlay and all that stuff makes it a very heavy pen, super robust and stable in the hand. You can't really post it, but that's because of that white inner cap, but that's alright, because it's really heavy like this. I prefer to use this unposted. It could be a bit bigger for me unposted, but it's not small. And because it's so heavy, it's nice and robust, no problems whatsoever. What do I like about it? What do I not like about it? Well, I like the looks and I don't like the looks. I mean, let's face it, the Tiger, it has cool stuff going for it. I may really enjoy this pen. I mean, I am going to enjoy it, but I might enjoy it a bit more if the Tiger wouldn't be there. I think it would be awesome if it would just have this red and then the overlaid stuff without the somewhat odd Tiger. And on the other hand, the Tiger is kind of cool too. It's just, you know, maybe a little much, but I still like it. Alright, so this pen is not for everyone. It's big and most importantly it's heavy. I know there are a lot of people who don't like that. But if you like a bulky pen, see if you can find one of these. I'm assuming this was a limited edition because it was, 2010, yeah, the Tiger stuff. But pretty cool pen. Alright, some measurements. I want to see the size. Capped. It's big. Capped, it's 142 millimeters. Yeah, it's even hard to hold because it's so heavy. 142 millimeters. That's 5 inches and 37/64 of an inch. Uncapped. I'd say we come to 124 millimeters. That is 4 inches and 56/64 of an inch. Section diameter, the narrowest point, 11 millimeters. That's the narrowest point. This is a big pen. This is 27/64 of an inch, and at the widest point, the section comes down to 12 millimeters, and that is, let me see, that is 30/64 of an inch. And that's a lot of measurements. I think what we need is a writing sample. That's what we're going to do next. I hope this was useful, and Tiger jumps at you. I'll see you later. Alright, here we go with this big Jinhao pen. Did I just say big? Well, I just wanted to say big. Jinhao. I wanted to use this post-it just to see what happens. Okay, it's loose. The cap is loose, but this is really too heavy. Alright, Jinhao. The nib, I would say, is it marked? 18 karat gold plated. Yeah, right. This is a good medium, but I might be inclined to say this is close to a broad. I mean, this is a serious medium. It is also very smooth and pleasant, by the way. But that's a whole different matter. Ackerman Chinatown Red is the ink. I like putting that in Chinese pens for obvious reasons. Also, I think it matches the red color of the pen, which I kind of like. I don't generally match inks and pen colors, but in this one I thought it would make fun. It would be fun. There are a number of Chinese brands out there that make pens, I've had generally positive experiences, and in all honesty, this is one of my most positive experiences so far. The pen is very pleasant to use, it's heavy, it gives a lot of weight, the nib is very smooth, very nice, almost to the point that I think this may suffer from a little bit of baby's bottoms, and give some skipping issues, but that doesn't seem to be too pronounced. Really nice. Okay, fast writing. Okay, looks good to me. It's a little hard to write very quickly because it's so heavy. You see some skips, mainly on those downstrokes. I think this nib is fairly tight. What I mean by that is that the two tines, the tips of the tines, are just touching. I may open them up a bit, and then they probably get a bit wetter. So I'm not really worried about this. For a pen out of the box, I think this is a very decent result. Sorry. Wetness. As you can see, the pen lays down a nice even patch of ink. Very lovely. Very bright. Very wet. What about line variation? That's not bad at all. And the final test we have to do is reverse writing, writing with the nib upside down. As you can see, it's quite possible. A little drier, a little scratchier, but it's not that bad. So I have to tell you, for what I paid for this, I think this is an awesome pen. Yes, it's weird to the point of being gaudy. You got that tiger and all this stuff, but big, heavy, juicy. This is a bad boy. I hope this was useful, and I'll see you later.